Today I'm at the Raffles in Udaipur, and I have one word for this resort. It's fancy. I mean really fancy. Okay, that's 2 words, but anyway, this place has everything you'd want for a family vacation. Tons to do, great food, and it's even on its own private island. But here's the thing. The original Raffles in Singapore is a legend, one of my all-time favorite hotels in the world. So I put my own money on the line to find out if this place lives up to the Raffles name. There's tons to cover, so let's get to it. If you're new here, I'm Don and I make videos about the world's most unique hotels, so you can book your next escape with confidence. The resort's in Rajasthan, right outside of Udaipur, about 25 minutes from the Udaipur airport. The resort's on its own little island, floating in the middle of this man-made lake that dates from 1559. So we're getting this party started right with a boat ride across the lake to the resort. And here's a golf cart waiting to whisk me to the lobby. And this is a first. There are rose petals raining down on me. A really nice surprise. And the welcome just keeps coming. All right, let's go in and I will show you the room. A really nice walk-in closet to your right as you come in. High ceilings that I love. A really nice minibar here. It's a nice piece of furniture, but also even nicer because the drinks are complimentary. The room is a good size. I really like the view out to the lake here, and I wouldn't call them mountains, but to the hills. And then, I think the thing I like most about this room is like just the little touches. They've got this little kind of welcome information package with a stamped wax seal on it, which is a first for me. This hotel's breaking a lot of firsts. And then some really nice Indian sweets on the table that I'll have later. A nice handwritten note to welcome me as well. So that's really nice. The room is, it's not my taste. I mean, if you're a regular on this channel, I usually go for something a little bit more modern, but it's still beautiful and I think really tastefully done. And then let me take you into the bathroom, which is also like a little over the top, a little too fancy for my taste. The way I think I would sum it up is this room is fancy, the bathroom's fancy, this whole resort is fancy. And fancy can be a good thing or fancy can be a bad thing. I've just arrived, so the jury is out, but I want to see if fancy is a good thing. The grounds here are huge. I keep getting lost as I explore this place. There is a lot to do here. You can play tennis, croquet, there's archery, then there's this setup for climbing, and a bunch more activities. But of all the things there are to do here, the pool looks most appealing to me. There are lots of places to sit, and I love how they bring you this caddy of pool essentials. Just like everything else here, the spa is over the top. And I don't usually do a massage at a resort because I don't have the time and it would bankrupt me. But I just had a 30-hour flight from the US, so I think today I'll indulge. They serve me tea as I pick which massage oil smells best. And I guess I shouldn't be surprised at this point, but the massage room is palatial and of course, pretty fancy. Wow, that was a really great massage. I feel so much better. I could jump in the spa's private pool, but I think I'll head in here for some post-massage tea and snacks. Right outside the lobby is the biggest resort library I've ever seen, and what library is not complete without its own bar? I pay for all my hotel stays to keep my reviews unbiased. Your subscription helps me do this. Thanks. I'm so excited about visiting the resort's Long Bar, named after the Raffles legendary Long Bar in Singapore. But this is a bit of a disappointment. Today and tomorrow are dry days here in Rajasthan because of local elections, and I am so ready for a drink. Not surprisingly, the bar is totally empty. For such a big place, there's not a ton of options here for eating. There are essentially two restaurants here. This one that serves Rajasthani cuisine, and right next door is the restaurant that's a mashup of Indian, Italian, and even Mexican cuisine. I normally don't talk about breakfast, but here it's special. I'm almost overwhelmed with this culinary tour of India. They have all the Western standbys, but to spice things up, there's this chai station that makes wonderful chai, wood-fired Indian bread here, also very delish, and someone walking around offering pastries. And to top it all off, this flute player. Pretty nice, right? You can sit outside at either restaurant. This is the terrace off the Rajasthani restaurant. I had dinner out here one night, and these three musicians were a really nice touch, I think. Let's talk about the highs and lows for a minute. My favorite thing is the arrival. The drama of the boat, the shower of rose petals, it's pretty special. I also really like the way the pool is set up. There's tons of space to spread out, and the service at the pool is really good too. And speaking of service, this resort has some of the best service I've ever experienced in the world. In terms of the lows, one of the things I don't like about this place is you're kind of stuck eating here. Not just because you're on an island, but even if you took a boat across to the other side, there's not much around the hotel. But my biggest disappointment here is the design. It has a bit of a Disneyland and Las Vegas feel to it. It's a mashup of Rajasthani and classical architecture that I just don't think works. And for my most subjective comment, this place doesn't feel like it has any soul. It feels forced, it feels manufactured. Compare that to the original Raffles in Singapore that has tons of history and character. I just don't think this place lives up to that. If you prefer a resort with tons of soul and character, my next stop might be perfect for you. An ancient Indian fort that oozes charm and style. Check it out here. Thanks for watching and see us in the next video. The pillows are really good. I'm gonna give them a 9.5. Good night.